Well, I'll say a couple things. First of all, 1,000 block shots is an amazing milestone. So congratulations to Miles Turner for achieving that. This was just an unbelievable game. It was just really spirited from start to finish. A lot of guys contributed. I was impressed with every guy that stepped on the floor and every guy that didn't step on the floor. We just had a real connected spirit tonight. And, you know, some things that stood out, you know, Buddy obviously got us going with some shot making early. Jalen Smith had a very, very good game. Talked about Miles. I mean, he just, you know, he did damage around the basket at both ends. And he was, you know, he just one of his most impactful games that I've seen since I've been here. I thought Halliburton was great. I thought Nembhard did what he does, which is just to play an old school game with a lot of moxie. You know, Mathurin had a bit of a frustrating first half, hard to get going, but he stayed disciplined. He kept running. He got the dunk. He made the big three. He made a huge pass to Nembhard for the three that probably put the game away in the last 2.5 minutes, and that was great to see him be that disciplined. And look, I mean, McConnell, you know, 4 for 5 off the bench. Isaiah did a great job. Terry Taylor gave us good minutes. So all the guys that played contributed, and our bench guys were into it the whole night.
You say you guys were connected and that everybody played one of their better games this season. Would you say this was the most complete game you guys have played this year?
Well, I would say it probably is. I haven't watched it yet, so I'll have to watch it. You know, one of the things we looked at was, as a big stat, was rebounding, and we did get more rebounds than them. That's huge. And, you know, you got to play all phases, you know, to beat good teams in this league. And they're a very good team. You know, they were in the playoffs last year. They're a threat in the West to, you know, be a playoff team and to advance in the playoffs. There's no doubt about it, with, you know, Williamson and Ingram and McCollum, along with, you know, Valanciunas is another guy, really underrated player. So, you know, I'm impressed with a lot of things. I'm impressed with our fans. They're really into it. They really like this group, this team. And I love the pace that we play at, you know, especially when we get stops. You know, we can really get up and down the floor quickly. So we'll keep developing that. Ron Norad's doing really good job with our defense. We're showing some gradual improvement in some areas that we needed to do better. Closeouts, rebounding, those kinds of things. And we just got to keep building on it.
37 for Turner, his second most points ever, even just throwing it to him in the post in the fourth quarter, something that's been unusual throughout his career. What did you see that made him so effective tonight beyond just putting the ball in the basket all the time?
He just played the game, played a simple game, you know. When they switched on him, he positioned himself to catch the ball and punish him inside. And there was nothing that he did that was out of character or that was something that he was not capable of doing. And that's one of the beautiful things about this game, is that when you play within yourself and do things to your strengths, you can be extremely confident and extremely cocky and extremely successful. So, but this, you know, a big point night should not be what this is about. This should be about the team. He scored all those points to help our team get a win. And he had a lot of teammates that did a great job finding him at the precise, correct time so that he could do those things. This should not turn into another conversation about the number of points he's capable of scoring or anything like that. I mean, if we're going to be a true team, you know, we're going to be built on the idea that it doesn't matter who scores the points. You know, that's just it. It's going to be about culture, body language, intention, you know, and playing the game the right way.